What's good, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now today we're kicking it back to something we haven't done in a long time, and those are the NBA's this or that. We're gonna see 2 or maybe 3, maybe 4 different things, and we gotta pick which one we think is the best or our most favorite. And we also use Instagram pages for this one, and that is no exception here today. Boy, it is Prime Kenny back with some of y'all favorite type of videos. So let's get right into it. So the Instagram page we're using today is called Daily NBA Poll. And let's just get into the first one. Who is the best center of all time? Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon, Bill Russell, Shaq, David Robinson, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now listen, all of these centers are amazing, but I gotta say, I don't know if Patrick Ewing is a top 6 center of all time, y'all. Amazing. I said it. Amazing center. But why is Wilt not here? You feel me? Why is Wilt not on this? I don't know who the best center of all time is, because players like Wilt, players like Hakeem Olajuwon, Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, even David Robinson all played before my time. So only thing I got to base my opinions on is the highlights and, well, how many points he averaged, how many rings did he get. And y'all know that don't really tell a complete story. Wilt averaged 50 one year. But when you ask people who's the best of all time, is Wilt the first person to come to mind? No, not usually. Now I'm gonna change this to which one of these is my favorite, and it's got to be Shaq, because it's the guy I got to see. That is the most dominant player I've ever got to see play the game of basketball. Shaq. So because of that, I'm going Shaq. Could I be wrong? 100%. Like with these, there always gonna be some controversy, but we don't shy away from controversy here on this channel. So I may say something you don't agree with, but that's cool. Sports are amazing because me and you can have a different opinion and neither of us will be wrong. You feel me? So let's move on to the next one. Who is the best ISO player in the league? Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, or Stephen Curry? Easily James Harden. That's where he makes his money. The dude is leading the league in points per game and close to leading the league in assists per game. You know why? Because a lot of times they're running a 5-out offense, give Harden the ball, and if he gets past you, somebody else helps, boom, that's an assist. He basically played a way we hate to see in like 2K Pro Am. You feel me? James Harden is easily the best ISO player in the league. People say, oh, James Harden's only good because he gets calls. But look, I found this graphic, or I saw this graphic on Reddit. Basically, this graphic is saying that if we took away free throws, which player in the league would lead in scoring? And guess who it still is? It still is James Harden. Now, yes, he does shoot an amazing amount of free throws. He's great at throwing his body this way to get a foul call, but that's not what his game revolves around. That's not the only aspect of James Harden's game. He is one of the hardest players in the league to guard, and because of that, I'm saying he is the best ISO player. Factor Foolish. CP3 has the best court vision and B-ball IQ in the league. I don't know, man. I don't know. He definitely has. He might have the best court vision in the league. Yes, I can give him that. If he's not the number 1, he's definitely got to be top 3, right? Can we agree on that? Because Chris Paul has always been known as one of the purest point guards ever. You know, great playmaking, great ball security, ball handling. That's his thing. IQ, he's up there too. But LeBron is an amazing IQ. There's so many players in NBA with amazing IQs. LeBron, Steph Curry, CP, Rondo has an amazing IQ, even though his production is going down. He's still super smart in the court. There are so many players with amazing IQs. I don't know if I want to say Chris Paul is the highest IQ, but he's definitely in the realm of there. So half of this can be fact, half of this can be foolish. Who should be on the cover of 2K19? Lonzo, Giannis, Steph Curry, or Joel Embiid? Some tells me it's going to be Giannis. It's got to be, right? It's got to be Giannis. This year he's fighting for MVP, super young, still growing. The reason I made that face at Lonzo, it's not because Lonzo's bad, because he's not. But you got 3 All-Stars right here, 3 All-Star starters. How the hell is Lonzo even in the... And then even in this Photoshop, he's in a UCLA jersey. At least give him some Lakers gear, right? Lonzo X out of the... No. I think it's going to be Giannis. And this Photoshop is pretty clean. That is probably one of the cleanest Photoshops I've seen of a 2K19 cover. Joel Embiid, he might be on one in the future just because he's got the fans behind him. He makes everybody laugh. His social media game is top notch. But the production that Giannis gives you night in and night out is going to get him on at least a cover sometime in his career. Hopefully he decides to do the 2K cover and don't go the NBA Live cover route like Russell did, or who else has done that? I think John Wall was on the cover. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stick to the 2Ks, because at least 2Ks sell more. Who did it better, Larry Nance Sr. or Larry Nance Jr.? Obviously, it's the senior. It's the senior. This picture is iconic because it looks like, first of all, he looks like an action figure. You know, you get the action figure straight out the box and their arms. This is exactly how their body is. You feel me? He's in the air. It's like he's frozen in time. The leg muscles are stellar. Like this, come on, the dude was ready. You feel me? Yes, it was great, you know, paying your respects to your dad, but your dad did it a lot better. But still, I respect what Larry Nance did the other night. I respect it. But Senior definitely got it as far as who did the better dunk. Yeah. Who's going to win MVP? Harden, LeBron, Kyrie, Giannis, KD, Steph. It's got to be Harden at this point. His team is the best team in the league record-wise. And that is the first time that the Warriors haven't been that in a couple years. And that means something, that his team is so successful. And a lot of that success falls on his back. And then there was some controversy going into the season. People were like, how the heck is Chris Paul and James Harden going to play together when they're both so ball dominant? They found a perfect way. And James Harden numbers are still amazing. They're still amazing. We talked about it earlier. I showed y'all the graphic, man. The dude is having a legendary season, and I think he deserves MVP this year. If I had 2 picks, I'd probably go LeBron with the second. I don't know. I don't really know who deserves the second pick. Let's just focus on the one. And James Harden has been my guy all season long. Can it change by the end of the season? Definitely, because I'm not like a James Harden fan where I'm like, he needs to win it this year. If somebody on his list has a better second half of the season, then I'm well willing to give it to them, right? I'm willing to give it to them. But right now, that first half is James Harden. James Harden. Which LeBron is your fave? Miami LeBron or Cavs LeBron? Miami LeBron. Hated him. I hated him. The decision made me hate LeBron. And before that, I was never a LeBron fan, but I didn't hate the guy. I respected his greatness. But when he got on national TV and said, I'm taking my talents to South Beach, I was like, that's not cool, LeBron. That's not cool. And then when they had the big celebration, he's like, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. I'm like, are you gonna stop? Not 6, not 7. I'm like, Bronny, bro, you just teamed up with 2 of the top 10 players in the league, right? That's wild. I hated them. I was rooting against them every single season. But then when he went back to Cleveland and won a championship, my love for LeBron grew from complete hatred to like, this guy's okay. And I still feel that way. He's cool. I don't hate LeBron. I don't love LeBron. I respect his greatness. Trust me, he is great. But I'm not a LeBron fan. You feel me? So I guess I would say Cavs LeBron because I no longer hate him because he came back to a city that needed him as far as sports goes and won a championship with them. So I'm going to pick that one. Which is more embarrassing? Getting your ankles broken, getting posterized, celebrating a missed shot, or getting 40 dropped on you? I got to say, out of all of these, the ones you remember the most are getting crossed up and getting dunked on. People drop 40 almost every single night in the NBA or a couple times a week. Do we really think about, who he scored 40 on? Not really. We just think, damn, he dropped 40 on the Raptors. Now, with this case, if it's at 80, that's embarrassing. Because Jalen Rose still hearing those jokes to this day. Even though he wasn't even like the only guy guarding Kobe, you still get 81 jokes at Jalen Brown, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Jalen Rose. Missing the open, celebrating the missed shot. That's actually iconic, yo. When Nick Young did this, he forever became a legend because he missed. You feel me? So that's not embarrassing. But getting your ankles broken and then getting dunked on, never want to see that. I never want that to happen to me. Never. Never have I been dunked on, and never have I got my ankles broken. And I want to keep it that way. Last but not least, start bench cut LeBron, Wade, and Carmelo. We're going all prime. We're going to start LeBron because I think LeBron is like the second best player in NBA history behind Jordan. We're gonna bench Dwayne Wade. When I say bench, I gotta say that he's gonna be my 6th man. Because Dwayne Wade, is he the 3rd best shooting guard of all time behind Jordan and Kobe? I think Wade is number 3. And then we gotta cut Carmelo. Again, I said it before. I've never been a fan of Carmelo. I respect that in his prime, the dude can fill it up. But compared to these other 2 cats in their prime, he don't really stand a chance. But definitely could score the ball. I think he's gonna go down in history as one of the best scorers of all time. I'm not saying top 10 or even top 20, but I think he's gonna be top 50 in scoring of all time. You feel me? Not in a sense of points, but just like overall ability to put the ball in the basket. So shout out to Melo, but in this situation, he don't stand a chance. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please leave it a like. We going back to our old roots. We may do this every once in a while, but it's actually been a couple months since we done this. Can you believe it? Can you believe it's been a couple months since we did one of these? So I decided to bring it back for today's video. That's 3 days in a row your boy didn't upload it. I'm back on it, bro. I'm back on it. I have been missing a bunch. I'm back.